My name is Sunday Bada. I am here again to teach you guys how to solve mathematics question. Today's topic is bearing. Let's begin from question 4. An aeroplane flies from a town X on a bearing of 45 degrees northeast to another town Y, a distance of 200 kilometers. It then changes course and flies to another town Z on a bearing of south to east 60 degrees. If Z is directly east of X, calculate correct to three significant figures. The distance from X to Z. Now let's begin. The question say an aeroplane flying from where? The starting point is what? It's from X, from a town X. Therefore, we are going to start here. Let's assume this is X. This is north. Let me just label this north, south, west. Now we are told that it fly how many degree? 40 degree north to east. Let's say this is 45 degree, the middle of 90 right angle. That would be 45. This face will be 45 degree. This is the degree it fly, and we going to label this town Y. This is Y, isn't it? And a distance of 200 kilometer. On a distance of 200 kilometer, that's what it achieved. 200 kilometer, you write it 200 kilometer the distance. It then, when question say then, it means that from where it stop, it begin another journey, change course, and flies to another town, Z on a bearing of what? 60 degree. This is north, this is east, and this is what? South. This is west. And the question say that yes, on a bearing of 60 degree, from where? From the south to east. South to east. Therefore, we are going to count the 1, 2, 3 to 60 from the south to east. If you look at the question, this will be what? Z. This one will be 60 because the question says from south to east. So we are going to count our 1, 2, 3 to 60 degree from the south to east. This way will be east. And the question says if Z is directly east of what? Of X. This is X, this is the east. It's directly opposite of that east. This is the east, opposite. Therefore, opposite of Z. It means that they are horizontally. East of the X match with what? Match with the west of the Z. East of the X match with the west because this is north, this is east of the Z, and this is south. Now, perfect. Now the next thing, let's plug our our angle to know this. If this face is 45 degree, this face also will be what? 45 degree. Angle of alternative angle. And the total angle here will be what? This face is 60 that we conductor, and this face is 45 degree. 45 plus 60 degree is going to give us 15 degree, isn't it? Now the remaining one that will be here, this face is 90 degree, and we have seen from here to here is 45. What will be the remaining one? The remaining one will be 45 degree as well, because angle of right angle is what? Total is 90 degree. We have draw 45 degree outside external, and the interior angle will be 45 degree as well. And if this face is 60 degree, the outside one here will be 30 degree because the total must be what? 90 degree. Now the next thing we are going to plot here is that we have 60 degree here. The remaining one exterior angle, the angle that is outside here, is going to be 30 degree because sum of the angle of right angle is 90 degree. This face is 60 already, and this face will be 30. If this face is 30, this face will be 30. Angle of alternative angle, something like this, the way it goes, because this face E is 30 already that we call external angle, and the internal angle, which is this one, 30 degree, this way will be 30 degree as well. It is called alternative angle. Now the next thing we are going to do, when you have question like this that give you two angle like this one, we have like a three angle inside, everything complete. Now, and you have only one side, it means that you are going to use what? Sine rule to calculate the other side there. But when the question give you two sides outside, like this one 200 kilometer, and the question give you 100 kilometer here, it means that to get the third side, we are going to use what? Cosine rule. Now, the sine rule we are going to use for this one, because this one, the question is asking us to look for where? The distance from S to Z, from here to here. It means here, small letter y. We have capital letter Y here, which is angle, and we have small. And Z, we have small letter Z for this 200 kilometer. This X, we have nothing from it, which is small letter X for here. Now we want to calculate the distance here. We are going to use the one that is complete. Which one that is complete here? It is Z, because it has 30 degree and it has the other side, which is 200 kilometer. And this one has angle, but it does not have the distance. Now we are going to use this sine formula. Sine capital letter Y over small y. We are going to use the Z that has complete both angle and the side. Sine capital letter Z over small z. What is our sine Y capital letter Y? The degree, the angle is what? 105. Sine 105 degree divided by small letter y that we don't know. What is sine Z? The Z is 30 degree here. Sine 30 degree divided by small letter Z, which is 200 kilometer. Now the next thing we are going to do now, cross multiplication. Y sine 30 degree multiplied by equals to sine 105 degree multiplied by 200. Divide both sides by coefficients of the y, which is sine 30. Here, cut out. Now we are going to use our calculator to look for the final answer of that y, small letter y. What is sine 105? Sine 105 give us 0.9659 multiplied by 200. It gives us 193.19 divided by, what is sine 30? Sine 30 is 0.5, which is half. Now we divide this one, 193.19 divided by 0.5. Yes, it gives me 386.38. And the question in what? Is it not in kilometer? In kilometer. And the question say, correct to three significant figure. Three significant figure, you are going to count 1, 2, 3. Therefore, the next 3 is not up to 5 and above. We are going to ignore it. Our final answer is going to be 386 kilometer. That's the distance between the X from Z. 386 kilometer. The question says, the next question, the question 2 say, the distance from Y to SZ. The S and this one is Z. The distance between X, this X, and SZ, this SZ become 1. It means that where it intersects the XY, that is the distance. Let's go to the next page to continue from there. Something like this, we have the Y. Just form this one, form it. This is what the question is asking us, that distance between this X and XZ. The XZ, this is the line that join them together. And what is the distance from the Y? I'm going to divide this into 2. Trying to look for the. Now we have this triangle. When you have a triangle, something like this, you don't need to use the sine rule for it. We are going to use what is called SOHCAHTOA. Now the question is asking us this space. Let me call this space O opposite, because it is opposite. This space will be adjacent and this space will be hypotenuse. If you use this side did not have hypotenuse. There's no hypotenuse from this one, this side. It means that this side has an hypotenuse. Therefore, this space will be perfect one, which is YX, this joint, let me call it Q. X triangle X, Y, Q. That's the perfect one. Therefore, we are trying to look for this side. Solve this question. There is something called SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. If you look at this space, this is the opposite. Is the missing one the question said that we should look for? The distance between the Y and X, Z. That's what we are looking for. And the question has given us, we have hypotenuse already, which is 200 kilometers. What is this? O and H. O and H. This O and H. It means that we are going to use sine. Sine what? Sine 45 degree. What degree the question give us? 45. So it's going to say sine 45 equals to, what is the SOA? The SOHCAHTOA is opposite. What is the opposite? We don't know. What is hypotenuse? Is 200 kilometers. Now the next thing we are going to do, cross multiply. Let's call the opposite O. I don't need to write PP. O is equal to O times 1. O sine 45 multiplied by 200. Now, what is sine 45? We have 0.7071. We have 0.7071 multiplied by 200. It's going to give us 141.42. And the question said that we should do what? So the three significant figure, we should give the answer in three significant figure. Three significant what? Figure. Our three significant figure, this 4, is not up to 5 and above. Our final answer is going to be what? 140. Yes, our final answer is 141 kilometer. So three significant figure, because the 4 here is not up to 5 and above. That's why you just ignore. You just count your 1, 2, 3. The final answer is 141. The distance between the X and the SZ is what? 141 kilometer. That is it. Thank you for listening. I remain Sunday Bada. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Bye bye.